Hi, I'm a mom of six, and everybody's making all these YouTube channels to say this and to say that. You know, I sit here every single day arguing with teenagers. That's what I do. I argue with teenagers. So, now it's, I'm not going to argue. We just sit here and look at them stupid. Because then they just sit here and look at us stupid.
Yes, sir.
I mean, for real, it is uncanny what teenagers can freaking come up with. I have one that his girlfriend, fiance, he's 17. Yes. Cannot go get her hair cut because she is scared to go without him. Yes.
That one was harsh.
I have one that is in love with his ex and won't admit it, but will complain all day long to me about him. I have 5 boys and 1 girl. Let's get on the subject of that girl. That girl, I want to put her back in. Because, first of all, I swear on everything, I feel so bad for my parents. I really do. Both my parents are gone now. But I really do. Because I listened to her. I talked to her. I listened to her little 14-year-old butt about boys. I sure do.
Try to, at least when she actually.
But she drives me crazy. She thinks she can't leave me. It's like I haven't given birth to her. Do you see me? This is my makeup day, okay? Because I felt that I needed to look halfway decent. And I look like hell. Dinner was at midnight. On a school night. Because I can't get them to do their chores. So, the way it goes in my house, I don't care if it takes them 2 weeks to do their chores. I don't care if it takes them 2 months. But they're all gonna do their chores.
He got away.
They all get rotated. Every single day they get rotated. So if somebody's kitchen duty was tonight and they didn't do it tonight, then they do it tomorrow. And if they don't do it tomorrow, then they do it the next day. And guess what? Them dishes just keep piling on up because there's a lot of us. Back to the daughter, though. So, this mouth. I really feel sorry for my mom and dad now. I do. I'll admit that. Because, oh my God. And we can't hit them. We can't beat the shit out of them. We can't even spank them with the belt anymore. They go to juvenile, y'all. Juvenile. We got to pick them up by 8 o'clock in the morning, or DHS is going to come to our house. For real. They could break in, murder somebody, and we have to be there by 8 o'clock in the morning to pick them up into court.
Then you got to be responsible to take them to court.
Just like this new Army thing kind of thing. I got kids that want to go into the military. But guess what? I'm not even scared for them. Like a parent should be. Because they have stress cards. Stress cards, y'all.
I don't feel like being shot today. Shoot me tomorrow.
I asked my brother, I said, so if you're in Iraq, what are you supposed to do? Hand the guy a stress card and say, I just don't feel like being shot today? Oh.
Shoot me tomorrow.
Because you can give your staff sergeant a stress card and say, I don't feel like working today. And you get the day off.
It's a bunch of crap.
Kind of like that.
That's one reason I don't want
Kind of how kids are.
Kind of the reason I don't want to go to crap.
And me,
I respect them. Respect what
Me?
they do.
I am 5'2", weigh like 130 pounds. My kids are all 6 foot and taller. My words to them are, you may be bigger, but I'll always be more back. Because with the boys, it's easy. I'll just hit them down. They'll come down.
Mosquitoes, man.
But that girl, I have to get her daddy. Because I look at her and I see B. God help me, I see B. So I'm going to start every single day making a YouTube channel talking about how society sucks because we can't even discipline our own children and they get spoiled rotten. I'm going to make a YouTube channel just because I want to. Because everybody else is doing it, why not? But I think it is outrageous that we're worrying about gun laws and we are worrying about abortions and we are worrying about all this other stuff when our kids cannot be raised right. Because if you get onto, like we used to get onto by our parents, we'll go to jail. We go to jail. Yeah, jail. And I'm sure everybody knows I am from West Memphis, Arkansas, where the West Memphis 3 were so rudely convicted by a corrupt county that still be and still are. They're just younger now. That's all it is. But this child killing child thing over a freaking pair of shoes, or children killing children because their mom and daddies didn't like each other in high school. We went on dirt roads, we whooped each other's asses, and we got on about our business. We were probably best friends the next week. But us, we'll go to jail. We go to jail. We, as parents, get in trouble for our children doing bad. Now, I'm not going to say my kids are horrible children, because honestly, I've seen worse kids, a lot worse kids. I got a mouthy daughter. I got some boys that are, want to take it a little too far. But all in all, they're good kids. But I look at my kids, and I don't even want them to go to school. I actually was going to Richland in Linville, Tennessee, when Jamie Rouse shot up the school, and I happened to miss school that day. And, I never really thought about it after that very much, except that one of my friends was killed. But other than that, I never really thought about it. But I don't want to even send my kids to school because I had a teacher. I've raised my kids. Let me tell you a backstory. I've raised my kids. You don't look at color. I don't care if they're gay. I don't care. If you love that person loves you and treats you well, fine with me. My daughter dates mainly black boys. She doesn't really have a preference, but it's mainly black boys. I had a teacher come to me and honestly ask me, why do you let your daughter date black boys? I looked at her and I said, well, last I checked, she came out my not yours. So, whoever my daughter wants to date, my daughter will date. We go to Crackle Barrel for her boyfriend's birthday. And mind you, he's black. We walk in and everybody stares at us. We walk in with her best friend that's a female that's black. Nobody even looks our direction. It's plain out ridiculous. Ridiculous. We try to raise our kids to be good people. Even though people hate me so much because of my last name. Because of who I'm married to. Because of back in the day, he was a fighter. Not gonna lie. But, you know, people change at 40. Or by 44. People change by 30 usually. If they really want to change. And I have police that will just stop my children. Because they're walled children. I'm sick of it, y'all. I wish I could take a stand. Back to kids. I don't want my kids going to school because I don't want them killed. My daughter's got Jordans on. She sure does. She's got Jordans on that she's had for a year. Because I just didn't have the money this year to do what I did last year. But is she going to be shot over them? You know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then we have these parents that will post, if your child is bullying da-da-da-da-da-da-da on Facebook. Sorry, y'all, there's a mosquito bugging the crap out of me. And I'm thinking, and I'm looking, and I'm like, your child is the one bullying. So really and truly, you need to set your kids down. Because let me explain to you how my family rolls. I have an uncle who passed away April 13th of last year. He was Down syndrome. And my daughter and my boys have been taught that if anybody is messing with anybody that's different than them, they are to take up for them. Because if not, they're going to get in trouble. By me. I don't care if they get suspended. I don't care if they get expelled. So we have a little girl that's Down syndrome at our school last year. My daughter was suspended 9 times. And let me explain why. Because a kid that was in 2 grades above them was literally walking by every single day and punching this little Down syndrome child, leaving bruises. And my daughter beat the crap out of him. She was raised with not only the 5 children, boys that me and my husband have, but her other big brother that my husband has. And I don't expect any different. I was raised that way. I may be a bad parent for it. I don't give a shit. What I do give a shit about is that we need to take a stand. Everybody around America needs to take a stand. Because you know what? These kids that we can't discipline, and these kids that are shooting up these schools, and these kids that are punching and bullying other children are our America's future. So we're screwed, y'all. I do. I have issues with my kids. But let me ever find out that they're doing some of that stuff. Let me find out. Because it's not going to be a pretty day in my house. They run me ragged. They talk crazy to me. Yep. But I'll talk crazy right back. I don't care. But I don't understand why we're out of high school, people. Why do we still have cliques? Why can one child not hang out with another one because of their race, or their mama didn't like their daddy, or the mama had a crush on the daddy and the daddy didn't like the mama, so the mama won't let her child hang out with another child? It's bullshit. Bullshit, people. We need to get some life going here. We are going to become extinct because we're raising kids that we can't discipline. Oh yeah, we can ground them from a phone. We can ground them from an Xbox. We can even ground them from going outside. But if anybody remembers being 16, guess what? We snuck and did it anyways. So, what good does it do? Every day is going to be something different. Tomorrow, I'm going to be crying because I have these days where I want to kill them. Can't get 5 minutes alone with my husband just to chill and hang out. That's all I want. Chill and hang out with my husband for a little while. Because I see my kids all the time. I really do. I don't want to. Y'all, when I was their age, I never wanted to be around my parents like my children do. Which, hey, they are off the streets. They're not running the streets. They're not doing anything stupid. But God help me, go out in the front yard for a little while. Go watch a movie. Do something else. I would really, really like to get a blog going to where me and the other blog moms can talk about things like this. I think we can really help each other. Maybe from not having a nervous breakdown. Like right now. I've got a child that has to go to GED. Because the school just treats him completely different. He's slower than most children at learning things. We don't have a GED teacher anymore. So he's just home all the time. Then my grown children. My grown children expect me to pay for their weed, cigarettes, gas, whatever. All the food. My husband can no longer work. Yes, he's filed for disability, everybody. But I'm trying to find a job and there ain't shit in West Memphis, Arkansas. Trying to get the money to get a car. The only person that I had left in my life besides my husband was my mom. She passed away July 1st. So it's been a really, really hard couple of months for me. And I seriously feel like I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. Just because I need a break. So I think all of us blogger moms, I think we need to, like, I don't know, New Kids on the Block cruise, y'all. We need to, like, get in with them and, like, get them to get us some tickets or some shit. I mean, I seen Blog Mom where she was trying to build the playhouse. I remember those days, girl. I'm sorry. So sorry. It took us like 12 hours when Santa came one day to put together one of those little Harley little type bikes, motorcycles. Because the screws wouldn't go where the screws say they were supposed to go. It was bad, y'all. So glad I ain't got to do that no more. Now it's more expensive crap. That's another thing on me I have a problem with. I think children should be raised outdoors. Yes, we have game systems. Yes, we have phones. But how many of y'all children can bait a hook? How many of y'all children can bring home buckets of fish? Every one of mine can. How many of your children out there can roof a house? Can paint a house? Can do drywall, sheetrock, mud? Mine all can. Every one of them. Because they were raised the right way. That each one of them get 30 minutes a day on the freaking game system that I'm gonna smush because I hate this game because it literally sounds like there's a football game going on in my house. Excuse me, y'all. But I feel that, you know, we as parents, we want to we're lazy now. We want to shut our kids up, so we give them their phones, we give them their iPads, their game systems. No. Take your ass outside. Mine are teenagers, so I don't really have to go out a lot with them. But take your ass outside with your babies. Go play some ball. And help raise my nephew. Girl, I was outside every day with him. At that lake fishing. Playing ball with him. Now it's all about a game system and a phone because his grandma did a little bit of spoiling for a little bit. But no. We need to get these children back in line. We need to stand up to DHS and DCFS and CASA and Agape and whoever is in your life, because I don't have nobody in my life, but like in your city, because we need to stand up to them and be like, you got your ass tore up. Your grandma told you go get that stick off that tree. You survived. And guess what? You're probably pretty nice, other than being a bitch at DHS. We drank from water hoses. We played in the dirt. We rode 4-wheelers and 3-wheelers and in the back of trucks, and we're alive. We are alive, y'all. And then some of you parents that don't give a shit about what's on your kids' phones, it's even the worst. Y'all need to grab y'all's kids' phones, iPads, whatever they got, and listen to some of that music they got. And mind you, I'm not going to go there about rap music because there's a few songs, newer songs, that I do like. My kids like Metallica. My kids like Kiss, AC/DC, Nirvana, R. Kelly. My daughter even loves New Kids on the Block. We all love New Kids. Well, me and my daughter love New Kids on the Block, especially Jordan. My husband, and my son like Summertime. And me and my daughter would absolutely do anything for some cruise tickets or some tickets, period. But they don't ever come to Memphis anymore. I'd love to take her to her first concert being New Kids on the Block because that was my first one. But anyways, back. My daughter likes the Beach Boys. My daughter likes Jolene. My daughter likes Harper Valley PTA. Real back in the day music. These singers, these rappers, half of them can't even sing. Have you heard it? But you need to check their phones out and their stuff that they listen to music on. Because I'm telling you, I won't even let my 14-year-old daughter listen to some of the things they say. Literally about snorting coke and sticking his in her. No. Okay, no. That's telling your kids it's okay. And I'm sorry I'm ranting about other people's kids. Because you know what? I can rant about mine just as bad. But these blog moms, they understand what I'm talking about. They know. I've watched them. They see it too. It ain't just me. I'm going to start doing this. This one's going to be my longest one. Probably because I really just don't know how to do this. But I'm going to get good at it. I just wanted to get some facts out there, you know. Put myself out there. By the way, my name's Natasha. And blog moms would love to chat with y'all. We make you keep each other sane. Oh, let me tell y'all a story. So I send my 20-year-old to the grocery store.
Where's your flashlight?
And I said, get spaghetti noodles. Regular spaghetti noodles. Because I don't like the thin ones. Regular spaghetti noodles. And get some tomato sauce. 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 And then get the bread that y'all like. This child came back with some wheat spaghetti noodles, tomato paste, and a can of tomatoes. What the hell, y'all? 20 years old. Now my 19-year-old, I've been trying to get him on the chef show. He's a badass cook. Just like my family will tell you, I'm a badass cook. That's the one thing I am good at. And I am very, 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 very low self-conscious about myself. But the one thing that I do love about myself is that I can cook. Cook my butt off. I have a catering company that I'm trying to get started called Around the World Catering on Facebook, everybody. It's because I can cook anything, any kind of meals. So that's why I named it Around the World. You could find it on Facebook. Also, Bulldog Construction is my husband's construction company. You can find them under Little Tazz and Spike, which is LilTazzNSpike. And then the other one is under Spike and Little Tazz, SpikeNLilTazz. So, we are willing to travel. I do parties. I will do catering. Also make homemade wedding design gifts. You can look on my Facebook page. My husband has a whole crew that can do anything from landscaping, yard work, painting, drywall, building a house, a roof, flooring, you name it, he can do it. He's been doing it for over 30 years. He doesn't like electricity. He can run it as long as it's not a breaker box. He hates plumbing because we're doing plumbing right now and it sucks because I haven't had water in 2 days and I'm about to go psycho. But y'all hit us up. Hit us up. My email is LUVJDJBMM1974@gmail.com. Blog moms, hit me up. Anybody, hit us up for some work. Would love to party plan, wedding plan, cater. I do cook stuff that you would like to try. You give me 3 things, I will cook them. I do travel pretty much anywhere. So, y'all hit us up, for real. Blog Mom. The Jenkins one. Heard you talking about the school line. Girl, I live four streets. Like, literally, like, little bitty streets. Sorry, hold on. I live in, like, a little subdivision that's right behind the junior high. And for some odd reason, they made our kindergarten through 6th grade a magnet school this year. And it's like performing arts and science and math and blah, blah, blah. And that means kindergarten and 6th graders can be in a class together. It makes no sense to me. But anyway, so my girl was telling me she sat in line 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. The first day of school. Just to get our child up to the school. My daughter refuses to walk with her brother to school. She wants to ride the bus. Y'all, this bus picks her up at 6:30 in the morning. They show up at school at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. The tardy bell rang at 8:05. They took me to court because my daughter's epileptic and missed 31 days of school, and they took me to court. But yet, one freaking time, I get a letter from them about her being late to school. We're going to have some issues. We are going to freaking have some issues. Not playing. Let me tell y'all a story about what happened one time. My 20-year-old was about 14 years old. And at this time, we lived a little further away from the school. He had to take the bus. So, he usually got home about 5 o'clock. Gave it to about 5:30, and I started getting worried, right? So I started calling everybody, started calling parents, that I know ride the bus. They hadn't heard anything from their kids. No, mind you, this was 6 years ago, so it was kind of before cell phones were actually allowed in school. I'm calling everybody, y'all. Everybody. Finally get a hold of Bus Barn. And they said the bus has been delayed and your child will be home within an hour. Okay? Good enough excuse, right? Right? Okay. Hour goes by, my child's still not there. Call Bus Barn again. No answer. So me and my husband, we go to the Bus Barn. We find out that they've had a wreck. They did not send out any letters. They did not tell us. They did not call us and tell us our children were going to be late. Did not tell us if any of our children were hurt. And then my son proceeds to come home and hand me a pink slip, which is where you get in trouble on the bus here. I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but it is here. It is August the 21st. It was 103 degrees outside. He raised the window down. He got a bus ticket and suspended off the bus because they had them on a closed up bus in 103 degree weather with an officer walking around on the bus, closed completely up, so nobody could get in and kidnap them. So they tried making up other shit, but of course the bus has a camera. Mind you, if anybody doesn't know, you are more than anything. You can see any video that they take of your children. So we see the video. They had been telling us he was trying to fight. Stabbed a little girl on her back. It wasn't a little girl in front of him, first of all. Second of all, the only thing he did was stand up and put the window down. So I tore that letter up in front of him. And the very next day, I put him on that bus. And guess what? They let him ride. Because I told them, I'm not the mama to play with. I don't care. So, like I said, it ain't just y'all school districts. Ours are just as bad. My 16-year-old, the reason he's going to go do GED is because the school officer, which I told y'all the story about why my kids fight, is taking up for people that are not like them. The school officer, which just happens to be an actual police officer in Marion, I'd asked around school, who is the fighter in the school? And everybody said, my child. So he proceeds to walk up to him and put his hand around my child's throat and picked him up by his throat and said, I won't put up with your bullshit this year. You're not going to fuck around on me. Got it? Put him down. His body cam, conveniently went out before and came back right on afterwards. Luckily, school had proof for video. He did get suspended from the Marion Police Department for a while. But he's still at this school, y'all, dealing with our children. Why? So, I've kind of jumped around a lot tonight because I'm kind of tired, and it is my first one, and really just didn't want to, know what I wanted to talk about. I do know that I'm going to do this an every night thing. I might go some lives and see if people got questions. Might do that right now. So, I will see y'all later. And like I said, Jenkins mom, other blog moms, y'all hit me up, please. We keep each other sane. We can complain and vent to each other about this crap.